The camera pushes through morning clouds over Pacific Ocean. 1943. The sound of Pratt and Whitney twin Wasp engine roaring. Inside cockpit of Grumman F-6F Hellcat, pilot cannot see. Eyes swollen shut. Face covered blood. Shrapnel from earlier attack destroyed canopy. Glass fragments embedded both eyes. Temporary blindness. Maybe permanent. Unknown. Should bail out. Should abandon aircraft. Should parachute to water below. Standard procedure. Correct procedure. Survival procedure. But 9 Japanese fighters approaching. Radar operator confirms. 9 bogies. 6 o'clock. Closing fast. Pilot cannot see them. Cannot see anything. Just darkness. Just blood. Just pain. But refuses quit. Refuses bailout. Refuses surrender sky to enemy. He will fight. Blind. Impossibly. Suicidally. Using only instruments. Only sound. Only instinct. Only training. Squadron mates call it suicidal. Call it impossible. Call it insane. But he remembers training. Instrument flying. Blind flying. Hours under hood. Never thought would use. Never imagined would need. Now everything. Now survival. Now victory. Only chance. In next 30 minutes witness impossible combat. How blind pilot fought 9 fighters. How instruments replaced eyes. How determination defeated vision. How one pilot proved sight is not everything. The story begins now. Pacific Theater, 1943. The naval-air war reaches critical intensity. United States Navy pushes westward across vast Pacific. Island-hopping campaign. Capturing strategic positions. Moving closer to Japan. Each island costs lives. Each battle bleeds forces. Each victory purchased with blood. Japanese resistance fanatical. Determined. Suicidal often. Kamikaze attacks beginning. Banzai charges routine. No surrender accepted. No quarter given. No mercy expected. Death before dishonor. Bushido Code absolute. American forces face enemy unlike any before. Not just fighting military. Fighting ideology. Fighting culture. Fighting spirit, refusing defeat. Every island invasion contested. Every beachhead opposed. Every advance paid for. Tarawa. Saipan. Iwo Jima coming. Each name synonymous with carnage. With sacrifice. With determination. Both sides committed totally. Both sides refusing yield. Both sides accepting catastrophic casualties. War of attrition. Industrial war. Mathematical war. America's industrial capacity versus Japan's warrior spirit. Production versus determination. Mathematics versus Bushido. Naval aviation critical to campaign. Carrier-based fighters provide air superiority. Protect invasion forces. Support ground troops. Attack enemy installations. Everything depends on controlling sky. Losing air superiority means losing campaign. Means invasion fails. Means casualties multiply. Means defeat. Japanese Navy Air Service deploys excellent pilots flying excellent aircraft. Mitsubishi A6M0. Legendary fighter. Superior maneuverability. Longer range than American fighters initially. Flown by experienced pilots. Veterans of China Campaign. Pearl Harbor veterans. Experienced killers. They know aircraft. Know tactics. Know how to kill. But American industrial capacity, overwhelming. New aircraft arriving constantly. Grumman F-6F Hellcat, designed specifically to counter Zero. More powerful engine. Better armor protection. Self-sealing fuel tanks. Heavier armament. 650 caliber machine guns. Devastating firepower. Superior aircraft in American hands. But aircraft alone insufficient. Requires skilled pilots. Requires training. Requires determination. Requires refusing to quit when blinded. Lieutenant Commander James Harrison, 28 years old, from Iowa, farm country, grew up flying crop dusters. Father owned small aviation business, barnstorming shows, county fairs. Taught James flying age 12. Natural pilot, gifted aviator, instinctive understanding of flight. Joined Navy 1940. before Pearl Harbor. Seeking adventure, seeking purpose, seeking something beyond Iowa cornfields. Flight training confirmed natural ability. Top of class. Exceptional instrument flying skills. Could fly purely on instruments better than anyone. Instructors amazed. Hours under hood never bothered him. Actually preferred it. Trusted instruments absolutely. Trusted training completely. Never relied solely on vision. Always cross-checked instruments. Always verified. Always professional. That training would save him. Would save others. Would prove impossible possible. Posted Pacific Fleet, 1942. Initially flew F-4F Wildcats. Older aircraft, inferior to Zero, but Harrison made it work. 7 confirmed kills in Wildcat, then transitioned F-6F Hellcat. Superior aircraft, perfect match for his skills. Another 12 kills, 19 total. Approaching A status multiple times over. Squadron mates respected him, trusted him, followed him. He led by example. Never ordered anything he wouldn't do. Never asked crew to risk what he wouldn't risk. That earned loyalty. That built trust. That created brotherhood. Harrison leads Fighter Squadron 9, VF-9, 15 pilots. All experienced, all skilled, all survivors. Pacific combat brutal. Attrition high. These men survived months. Learned tactics. Mastered aircraft. Became efficient killers. They trust Harrison completely. Executive Officer Lieutenant Paul Mitchell, 26, Texas. Aggressive pilot. Excellent wingman. Flies Harrison's wing always. Protecting. Supporting. Brotherhood absolute. Other pilots equally skilled. Lieutenant Robert Chun, Chinese-American, fighting for country and heritage, dual motivation. Lieutenant David Walsh, Boston, loud, confident, deadly accurate. Lieutenant Thomas Rodriguez, California, quiet, professional, efficient. 15 men, 15 pilots, 15 brothers. Today they witness impossible. Today they learn sight is not everything. Today, Harrison proves determination defeats disability. Mission briefing begins aboard USS Essex, carrier operating near Marshall Islands. Intelligence reports Japanese air group approaching. Approximately 25 aircraft, mixed fighters and bombers, targeting American task force. Must be intercepted. Must be destroyed. Cannot allow attack on carriers. VF-9 assigned combat air patrol. 15 Hellcats, against 25 Japanese aircraft. Acceptable odds. Standard mission. Routine almost. Launch at 0800 hours. Maintain CAP pattern. Engage enemy on radar contact. Standard procedure. Standard orders. Standard everything. Nothing suggesting today different. Nothing warning today changes everything. Pilots man aircraft. Pre-flight checks. Engine starts. Deck crews positioning. Launch sequence begins. Harrison leads 1st Division. 4 Hellcats. Mitchell on wing. Chun and Walsh following. Launch catapult. Acceleration crushing. Airborne. Climbing. Forming up. 2nd Division launches. 3rd Division. 4th Division. Eventually 15 Hellcats orbiting carrier. Combat air patrol established. Altitude 20,000 feet. Waiting. Watching. Radar monitoring. Scanning. Searching. Time passes. Hour. 2 hours. Nothing. Routine patrol. Boring almost. Then radar contact. Multiple bogeys. Bearing 270. Distance 40 miles. Closing. Many contacts. 15 minimum. Maybe 20. Harrison acknowledged. Break patrol. Intercept course. All divisions acknowledge. Turn west. Toward contact. Toward enemy. Toward combat. Routine interception. Standard procedure. Professional execution. 20 miles. Radar refines count. 18 aircraft. Mixed formation. Fighters and bombers. Probably targeting task force. Must stop them. Must destroy them. Cannot allow through. 10 miles. Visual contact soon. Harrison scans sky. Looking. Searching. There. Distant specks. Enemy formation. Low. Maybe 15,000 feet. Below American position. Altitude advantage. Tactical advantage. Harrison orders. Division split. Simultaneous attack. Multiple angles. Overwhelming force. Standard tactics. Proven tactics. Deadly tactics. They dive. Hellcats accelerating. Speed building. 300 knots. 400. 500. Diving toward enemy formation. Japanese fighters react. Break formation. Defensive maneuver. Good pilots. Experienced. Not surprised. Ready. Expected. Dogfight begins. Violent. Chaotic. Professional. 15 Hellcats. 18 Japanese aircraft. Swirling. Turning. Firing. Missing. Hitting. Smoking. Falling. Standard Pacific combat. Routine almost, except what happens next. Except what changes everything. Except Harrison. He engages Zero. Classic dogfight. Turning fight. Each seeking advantage. Neither gaining. Harrison patient. Experienced. Waiting opportunity. Zero pilot makes mistake. Slight mistake. Pulls too hard. Loses energy. Slows. Harrison pounces. Fires. 2-second burst. 650 calibers. Hits. Zero smokes. Pilot bails. Parachute deploys. Victory. 20th kill. Harrison breaks right. Scans for threats. Finds one. Another Zero. Behind Mitchell. Closing. Firing. Mitchell unaware. Harrison shouts warning. Breaks hard toward threat. Mitchell breaks. Evades. Safe. Harrison pursues attacking Zero. Guns blazing. Then disaster. Another Zero. Unseen. Undetected. Attacking Harrison. Cannon fire. 20mm shells. Explosive rounds. Hitting Hellcat. Canopy explodes. Glass everywhere. Plexiglass fragments. Sharp. Deadly. Fast. They hit Harrison's face. Both eyes. Penetrating. Embedding. Destroying. Blood immediate. Massive. Vision gone. Instantly. Completely. Totally. Both eyes damaged. Cannot see. Cannot open. Just blood. Just pain. Just darkness. Just impossible. Standard procedure immediate. Bailout. Abandon aircraft. Parachute to water. Rescue possible. Standard. Logical. Correct. But Harrison hesitates. Assesses. Aircraft still flying. Engine running. Controls responding. Instruments visible. Some. Barely. Through blood. Radio works. Can hear squadron. Can communicate. Most importantly, radar contact shows 9 enemy fighters remaining. His squadron engaged. Outnumbered slightly. Need every aircraft. Every pilot. Every gun. He decides. Will not bail out. Will continue fighting. Blind. Impossibly. Using instruments only. Using radar vectors. Using determination. Using everything except sight. Insane decision. Suicidal decision. Impossible decision. Correct decision. Only decision. For him. For squadron. For duty. For everything. He keys radio. Voice steady despite pain. Despite blood. Despite blindness. Despite impossible. Mitchell. This is Harrison. Canopy destroyed. Eyes damaged. Cannot see. Continuing mission. Need vectors. Need radar guidance. Need you. Silence. Shock silence. Then Mitchell responds. Voice urgent. Concerned. Skip. Bail out. Cannot fight blind. Impossible. Get out. Harrison refuses. Negative. Aircraft functional. Weapons functional. Will fight. Need vectors. Now. Mitchell hesitates. Knows arguing useless. Knows Harrison decided. Acknowledges. Roger, skip. I have you. Radar shows 9 bandits. Vectors incoming. Trust me. We got this. Harrison acknowledges. Together always. Together now. Brotherhood absolute. Fighting blind is impossibility. Should be impossibility. But Harrison trained for this. Years of instrument flying. Hood time. Trusting instruments absolutely. Never solely visual. Always cross-checked. Always verified. Now that training everything. That preparation salvation. He cannot see enemy. Cannot see anything. Just instruments glowing faintly through blood. Just radar scope. Just altimeter. Just airspeed indicator. Just artificial horizon. Everything needed, if used correctly, if trusted completely, if flown perfectly. Mitchell provides vectors. Steady stream. Bandit 11 o'clock. 3 miles. Angels 15. Turning right. Speed 280. Everything needed. Harrison responds. Aircraft turns. Instruments guide. Artificial horizon shows bank. Airspeed steady. Altitude maintained. Flying perfectly despite blindness. Despite impossibility. Despite everything. Mitchell continues. Bogey now 12 o'clock. 2 miles. Steady course. Closing. You're in position. 3 seconds. 2. 1. Fire now. Harrison fires. Cannot see target. Cannot see tracers. Cannot see anything. Just trusts. Just believes. Just fires. 6 guns roaring. 2-second burst. Mitchell confirms. Hits. Good hits. Bandit smoking. Braking left. Damaged. Harrison broke right. Disengaging. Maneuvering blind. Trusting instruments. Trusting Mitchell. Trusting everything. It worked. Impossibly worked. Damaged enemy blind. First impossible victory. 8 remain. The technique develops. Mitchell vectors. Harrison flies instruments. Fires when directed. Cannot see results. Just trusts. Squadron mates amazed. Horrified. Inspired. Watching blind pilot fighting. Winning. Impossible but actual. They provide support. Protecting Harrison. Calling threats. Vectoring targets. Team effort. Brotherhood absolute. Second engagement. Mitchell vectors. Bandit 2 o'clock. Level. Closing. Harrison turns right. Instruments guide. Mitchell counts down. Fire now. Harrison fires. Trust completely. Mitchell confirms. Direct hits. Bandit exploding. Destroyed. Second kill blind. 7th remaining. Impossible continues. Physical toll enormous. Blood everywhere. Eyes burning. Pain excruciating. Shock threatening. Adrenaline sustaining. Determination overwhelming. Must continue. Must fight. Must protect squadron. Must destroy enemy. Must prove possible. Pain irrelevant. Blindness irrelevant. Just mission. Just duty. Just flying. Just fighting. Just winning. Against impossible. Third engagement. Different tactic. Enemy diving. Mitchell vectors. Diving attack. Pull up 3 seconds. Harrison trusts. Waits. Counts. 3, 2, 1. Pulls. G-forces crushing. Vision with gray. Already gray. Already blind. Doesn't matter. Just pulls. Just climbs. Mitchell confirms. Bandit overshot. Above you. Harrison rolls inverted. Pulls. Instruments show maneuver. Artificial horizon everything. Trust completely. Mitchell confirms position. Fire now. Harrison fires inverted. Blind. Upside down. Impossible shot. Impossible position. Impossible everything. Mitchell confirms. Hits. Bandit damaged. Smoking. Withdrawing. Third damage blind. 6 remaining. The air battle continues. Chaos. Violence. Professional violence. American Hellcat's superior aircraft. Superior pilots. Superior tactics. Japanese fighting desperately. Skilled. Experienced. Determined. But overwhelmed. Outnumbered now. Americans winning. Steadily. Professionally. Efficiently. Harrison continues impossible. 4th engagement. 5th. 6th. Each time Mitchell vectors. Each time Harrison trusts. Each time instruments guide. Each time impossibility becomes reality. For more damage, 2 destroyed. Total 6 damaged or destroyed. Flying blind. Impossible but proven. Actual but unbelievable. Real but insane. Squadron mates witnessing miracle. Witnessing determination. Witnessing brotherhood. Witnessing impossible. But physical limits approaching. Blood loss significant. Shock deepening. Consciousness threatened. Harrison feels it. Knows it. Accepts it. Must land soon. Must get help. Must survive. But enemy remains. 3 fighters. Still threatening. Still fighting. Still dangerous. Cannot leave. Cannot abandon. Must finish. Must complete. Must end this. 7th engagement. Mitchell vectors. Last instructions. Skip. 3 bandits. Defensive formation. Mutual support. Difficult. You're low. Fuel low. Should disengage. Return carrier. Get medical. Harrison refuses. Negative. Finish this. End this. Together. Mitchell acknowledges. Together always. Vectors coming. Final attack. Harrison positions. Mitchell provides constant stream. Bearing. Distance. Altitude. Speed. Everything. Harrison flies instruments perfectly. Despite blood. Despite pain. Despite consciousness fading. Despite everything. Professional. Perfect. Impossible. Mitchell counts. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire. Harrison fires. Long burst. For seconds. Ammunition expenditure high. Doesn't matter. Must hit. Must kill. Must finish. Mitchell confirms. Hits. Good hits. Bandit destroyed. Exploding. 2nd bandit damaged. Smoking. Withdrawing. 3rd bandit breaking. Running. Fleeing. Battle over. Enemy destroyed. Scattered. Defeated. By blind pilot. By impossible determination. By brotherhood absolute. 9 fighters engaged. 6 destroyed. 3 damaged. All blind. All impossible. All actual. Harrison's consciousness fading rapidly. Blood loss critical. Shock severe. Pain overwhelming. Must land. Now. Immediately. Cannot delay. Mitchell takes control. Skip. Stay with me. Carrier 20 miles. Vector 180. Descending. Follow my instructions. Trust me. Like I trusted you. Together. Harrison acknowledges. Barely. Weak. Fading. But determined. Must land. Must survive. Must live. Mitchell vectors. Constant instructions. Turn right. Heading 190. Descend 500 feet. Throttle back. Everything. Harrison responds. Instruments guide. Artificial horizon. Altimeter. Airspeed. Everything needed. Flying blind approach. Impossible approach. Trusting wingman. Trusting instruments. Trusting everything. Carrier visible. To squadron. Not Harrison. He sees nothing. Just darkness. Just instruments glowing faintly. Just Mitchell's voice. Guiding. Saving. Brotherhood. Mitchell continues. 10 miles. Descend 1,000. Speed 140. Gear down. Harrison lowers gear. Feels aircraft slow. Drag increasing. Continues descent. Trusting. Always trusting. 5 miles. Line up runway. Heading 180. Speed 130. Flaps down. Harrison extends flaps. Aircraft slows more. Configuring landing. Blind. Impossible. Actual. 2 miles. Carrier deck ahead. Cannot see. Doesn't matter. Mitchell sees. Mitchell guides. On glide slope. Speed good. Line up good. Perfect approach. 1 mile. LSO taking over. Landing signal officer. Paddles visible. Not to Harrison. To LSO. Radio instructions. Little left. More power. Good. Perfect. Hold it. Deck rising. Contact imminent. Trust. Harrison trusts. Completely. Absolutely. Forever. LSO calls. Cut. Harrison cuts throttle. Aircraft drops. Tailhook catches wire. Violent deceleration. Stopped. Deck. Carrier. Safe. Landed blind. Impossible but done. Survived. Against everything. Emergency crews immediate. Medical personnel. Rushing. Harrison cannot exit. Cannot see. Cannot move. Hands frozen controls. Shock complete. They extract carefully. Gently. Respectfully. Hero returning. Impossible hero. Blind hero. Victorious hero. They carry stretcher. Sick bay. Emergency treatment. Eyes examined. Damage assessed. Severe. Both eyes. Glass embedded. Infections possible. Surgery required. Immediate. Prognosis uncertain. Vision may be restored. Maybe not. Unknown. Time will tell. Treatment will determine. Everything uncertain except one thing. He fought blind. Won blind. Survived blind. Proved impossible wrong. That is certain. That is proven. That is forever. Medical team works hours. Surgical removal glass fragments. Delicate work. Precision required. Eyes fragile. Damage extensive. But treatable. Maybe. Hopefully. Prayerfully. Surgeon skilled. Experience. Best available. They work carefully. Methodically. Professionally. Remove fragments. Repair damage. Suture wounds. Bandage completely. Now wait. Time heals. Maybe. Cannot force. Cannot guarantee. Just wait. Hope. Pray. Harrison sedated. Unconscious. Peaceful finally. After impossible. After combat. After everything. Rest deserved. Earned. Required. Investigation begins immediately. How did blind pilot fight? How did he survive? How did he win? Squadron debriefed. Mitchell explains technique. Radar vectors. Instrument flying. Absolute trust. Teamwork. Brotherhood. Everything. Officers amazed. Cannot believe. Impossible tactically. Impossible physically. Impossible everything. But proven. Witnessed. Documented. Gun camera footage reviewed. 6 destroyed confirmed. 3 damage confirmed. All accurate. All verified. All impossible. All actual. Analysis conducted. Tactics examined. Could be repeated. Should be trained. Revolutionary potentially. Fighting without visual. Using instruments. Using teamwork. Using radar. New doctrine maybe. New training. New everything. Harrison's impossible becomes Navy standard. Eventually. Years later. But begins here. Begins now. Begins with blind pilot. Refusing quit. 2 weeks recovery. Bandages removed. Moment of truth. Can he see? Vision restored. Both eyes. Miraculous recovery. Fragments removed successfully. Infections prevented. Healing complete. Vision 2020. Perfect. Impossible but actual. Doctors amazed. Grateful. Relieved. Harrison returns duty. Returns flying. Returns combat. Completes war. Survives. 29 total victories. Ace multiple times. Decorated extensively. Navy Cross. Distinguished Flying Cross. Air Medal. Everything. But most important, respect. From pilots. From crew. From everyone. Blind pilot who fought. Who won. Who proved impossible wrong. Forever remembered. Forever honored. Forever inspiration. The impossible mission becomes legend. Naval aviation history. Taught in training. Studied in tactics. Analyzed in doctrine. How blind pilot fought 9 fighters. How instruments replaced eyes. How determination defeated disability. How brotherhood enabled impossible. Lessons learned. Applied. Taught. Instrument flying emphasized. Radar vectoring perfected. Teamwork trained. Everything Harrison proved. Everything Harrison taught. Everything Harrison gave. To Navy. To aviation. To everyone. His legacy beyond victories. Beyond decorations. Beyond everything material. Legacy is proving impossible temporary. Proving limits exist until exceeded. Proving determination defeats everything. Always, forever. That is gift. That is lesson. That is truth. Harrison's truth. Navy's truth. Everyone's truth. Never quit. Never surrender. Never accept impossible. Just fight. Just trust. Just win. Blind or sighted. Doesn't matter. Determination matters. Brotherhood matters. Refusing quit matters. Everything else irrelevant. Harrison proved this. December 1943. Pacific Ocean. 9 fighters. Blind pilot. Impossible victory. Actual victory. Forever victory. Teaching forever. Inspiring forever. Proving forever. That impossible dies when someone refuses believe. Refuses accept. Refuses quit. Always. Forever. Eternally. Never quit. Never surrender. Never accept limitations. Just fight. Just trust. Just believe. Just win. Against everything. Despite everything. Because everything possible when refusing accept impossible. Harrison proved. Forever proved. Actually proved. That is story. That is truth. That is legacy. Blind pilot. 9 fighters. Impossible victory. Actual miracle. Forever lesson. Never forget. Never quit. Never impossible. Just determination. Just brotherhood. Just winning. Always. Forever. Everything.